Holy doodle squat. What's up, everybody? This is Fred Rachani of TSC News, and if you know me very well, you know that I don't use the phrase holy doodle squat for just anything. Usually it's reserved for moments that make you go, holy hell, holy bleep, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. But holy doodle squat, according to MMAfighting.com's Ariel Helwani, Brock Lesnar could be fighting at UFC 200, as in 4 weeks. As in, on the biggest UFC card of the year besides UFC MSG. As in, Brock motherfreaking Lesnar, who hasn't fought in 5 years since he got destroyed by Alistair Overeem. As in, Brock Lesnar, who's currently under contract with WWE for 3 years. So you might be asking yourself, well, wait, WWE, Brock, they're just going to let him go to UFC? I have a few theories. One, it is possible that much like in his previous deal, or at least prior to him signing his deal, I believe F4W Online reported this in the past, Brock was allowed to take at least one UFC fight with permission from Vince McMahon. I don't know if that's still the case right now, but I wouldn't be surprised because it's Brock Lesnar. The rules are different for him. He's the highest paid guy in WWE. Hell, the guy even has his own sponsors. So if there's anybody that's going to have an exception, it's probably going to be Brock Lesnar. Or, and this is another theory that's kind of going around right now, WWE decided to let Brock out of his deal. Maybe they came to a mutual agreement for fewer dates or something else. Maybe UFC's offering Brock the same amount of money he could make in 1 year with WWE for one fight, rumored to be against Mark Hunt. Now, if that's the case, would WWE just let him stay under contract, retain his rights, let him fight, and then just keep using him? Or did they look at this as, you know what? We're doing this brand split. Brock's a great character to have, but our attendance is going down. Our ratings are going down. Recently, it's not like he's done much to make a difference, although I personally blame the creative direction as opposed to Brock Lesnar. Maybe we could find a way to get out of this deal and get out of paying Brock a lot of money by letting him out of his deal and go to UFC. Either way, very interesting here. Now, if he is on WWE contract, if he's still on WWE contract and he goes and, say, fights Mark Hunt, which, in my opinion, is a bad matchup for him. Hell, any UFC heavyweight versus Brock Lesnar, who's been out of the game for 5 years, is a bad matchup for Brock. Okay? MMA is not something half-assed. I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he's going hard. And according to Jeremy Botter of Flow Combat, he actually has been training since WrestleMania. Damn. Amazing how they've kept this a secret all this time. But even with a full camp, even with health, even without diverticulitis, can Brock Lesnar seriously compete in the UFC heavyweight division in 2016? I don't know. If this is a one-off, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But if it was a one-off, why not do it against, I don't know. I guess they really can't get Fedor because Fedor's tied up with Ryzine. And I guess they have some type of deal with Bellator and Spike to air his fights. I mean, you know, I guess Mark Hunt would be the most fun Brock Lesnar fight that I guess is somewhat, I mean, I hate to say the word safe, but not, I don't see it being safe. Because can Brock take down Mark Hunt? Maybe. But Brock can very easily get knocked the hell out by Mark Hunt. I don't know if y'all have checked, but in the last 5 years, while Brock Lesnar was retired from mixed martial arts, Mark Hunt had a complete MMA career turnaround and became one of the top contenders and most popular fighters in the heavyweight division. A fight with Mark Hunt? That is no easy pickings for any fighter. Active, inactive, semi-retired, whatever. So if Brock is going to take this fight, let's assume that this is going to happen. Let's assume that Brock Lesnar really wants to fight, and I think he does, okay? Let's assume he's going to fight Mark Hunt, okay? I would imagine that he is going to get paid a ton of money, perhaps the same amount he gets paid for WWE for 1 year of work to do one fight. And if that's the case, you know what? I don't blame him. I'm worried about his health. He has had a lot of concussions. He can get very hurt against Mark Hunt, but I don't blame him. Now, this could also possibly be just a brilliant negotiating ploy with Brock Lesnar and WWE. Even though Brock Lesnar apparently got a raise after his initial deal with WWE. Keep in mind the deal he signed is 3 years with WWE. So more than likely, they either gave him permission to do this or they found a way to get him out of his contract and say, hey, you could take that stack of money from UFC, but we're letting you out of your deal and we won't have to pay you the rest of the year. Going to be interesting. Going to be very, very interesting to see. If he's still under WWE contract, though, does this help WWE or hurt WWE? I think if he wins, it absolutely helps WWE. If he loses, never mind the fact that the creative direction and the combination of him being so strong that nobody's believable enough to beat him in WWE, I think it'll hurt him. I think it'll hurt him if he loses. I mean, in some weird way, maybe WWE creative might look at it, and Vince McMahon might look at it and say, oh, he lost. So now we can justify having, say, Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar because we don't have to keep him so invincible anymore. He's been invisible for the last 4 months. Oh, a couple months anyway. Huh. Gonna be interesting to see, but I'll tell you this. I'm a hella excited for UFC 200 right now. John Jones, Daniel Cormier, Miesha Tate in action, although defending her title against Amanda Nunes of all people, Cain Velasquez, Travis Brown, and now the possibility of Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt? Man, only in MMA. Folks, I want to hear from you though. What do you think? Oh my God, I'm shot. I'm tongue-tied. My boy just texted me here. He's trying to call me. Let's hang on 1 second. Yes, Brock Lesnar may be coming back to UFC 200. Yes, I'm currently recording a video right now. And yes, okay, I'm telling them you're blowing up my phone, all right? My boy Eugene. Anyway, folks, the world is buzzing. Fans are buzzing. Twitter's buzzing. I'm buzzing. I want to hear from you. What do you think about Brock Lesnar possibly returning to the UFC? Do you think it's a mistake? Bonus question. Do you see CM Punk ever fighting in the UFC? Or, here's another theory, which I find unlikely, but you never know. Do you believe in the theory that CM Punk won't fight in UFC, but he'll go to WWE in exchange for Brock Lesnar in UFC? Strange things are happening, folks. Let me know. Leave a comment below. Tweet us. Facebook us. Do what you got to do. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. I'm excited. I got goosebumps. I'm ready for UFC 200. Stay tuned for our UFC 199 recap coming up later tonight. And until next time, everybody, woo! As always, enjoy the matches. And, well, I guess here comes the pain. Again.